Good evening. A somber anniversary tonight as a community comes together to remember the victims of a mass shooting. It was 4 years ago today that a gunman opened fire in Toronto's Greektown, killing 2 young people and leaving more than a dozen others injured.
Great to see all these people out here from the Danforth. It's a very tight community.
At Withrow Park, just steps from the Danforth, a memorial. One by one, family members, community members, and elected officials laying flowers underneath 2 trees that were planted to honor the 2 young victims who lost their lives. On the evening of July 22, 2018, 18-year-old Reese Fallon and 10-year-old Juliana Kozis were at a restaurant when they were shot and killed. 13 other people were wounded, some with life-altering injuries. The 29-year-old gunman later died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
These wounds heal, but they heal into scar tissue. And those are scars that never go away. You know, how could you possibly have a scar that would go away or have a wound that would completely heal when you've lost a child or when you've been injured yourself or when you've had a son or daughter, as was the case here?
Ken Price's daughter Samantha was one of the victims who survived that night. In response to the violence, Price and other family members formed the group Danforth Families for Safe Communities.
We felt that handguns were too widely distributed and that handguns pose a big risk relative to their benefit, so we've been encouraging the federal government to take action, which they've done, to freeze the number of handguns that are legally owned.
It's important that all levels of government and all partners work together to do the things that are necessary around reforming our legislation, which we're doing, around investing in our police officers, who of course we support not only in our communities but at the border, but equally to get at the root causes of gun crime.
Price says the families are still awaiting the fate of Bill C-21 in Ottawa. If passed, it would freeze the sale, purchase, or transfer of handguns in the country. He says regardless, there is still much more work to do to combat gun violence.